In November 2016, the silver screen will feature a Marvel character who could well be Marvel's strangest superhero. The film stars Benedict Cumberbatch as Dr. Stephen Strange. Marvel fans and even comic book and science fiction fantasy fans are wondering if this adaptation of Doctor Strange will work. Most agree that Cumberbatch is a very competent actor and probably perfect for the role, but will the movie deliver? I don't know the answer to that, but I do know 10 facts about Doctor Strange. Number 1. Doctor Strange's powers have been extremely nerfed. Doctor Strange's powers are not set in stone. Depending on whether he is or is not holding the title of Sorcerer Supreme, his powers in the past could be almost unbeatable. And although he currently holds the title, he has been extremely nerfed since his first appearance in the 1960s, or even compared to the Doctor Strange of the 1980s. At one time, Classic Strange was one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe, and this included abstract beings and powerful cosmic entities. Doctor Strange of the past could go toe-to-toe with Adam Warlock while he was wielding the completed Infinity Gauntlet. He could even take on the Living Tribunal. Nowadays, he is a lot less powerful. Classic Strange at his most powerful had a tremendously powerful force field surrounding him automatically, but now he gets beaten by hand ninjas, who in the old days couldn't have even been able to touch him. So basically, he has been nerfed and is not as powerful as he once was. Number 2. Doctor Strange's manservant and martial arts master are the same person. First mentioned in July of 1963's Strange Tales number 110, Wong, Stephen Strange's manservant, didn't appear in the comic books until August of 1966's Strange Tales number 147. Coincidentally, Wong's father, Hamir, was the manservant to the Ancient One, Doctor Strange's mentor. As faithful and loyal as Wong is in the role of servant, he is equally dedicated to the training of martial arts and has molded Strange into an intimidating hand-to-hand fighter. In this climate of political correctness, characters like Wong and the Mandarin may be thought of as stereotypes, so the character of Wong may be greatly changed for the Doctor Strange movie, or he may not be included at all. Number 3. The new movie is not Doctor Strange's first one. True fans of The Good Doctor know there was an attempt in the 1970s by CBS to capitalize on the success of the Incredible Hulk TV show. In September 1978, a 93-minute film aired on CBS as a pilot for a weekly 1-hour TV series about Doctor Strange, starring character actor Peter Hooton as the Sorcerer Supreme. Hooton was a guest star on shows like The Mod Squad and The Waltons. The plans for the TV series were scrapped when the TV movie garnered poor ratings. But Strange would reappear in an animated film called Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme, made in 2007. Number 4. The first appearance of Doctor Strange sold for $61,000. Although Doctor Strange is not the most popular and easily recognized comic book character in the Marvel stable, he has a very faithful and loyal base. Even some of the comic books featuring first appearances of his nemesis, Baron Mordo, and Strange's origin tale garnered good selling prices. Baron Mordo's comic debut, Strange Tales 111, sold for $9,800, and the origin tale sold for as much as $8,000. But Doctor Strange's first appearance in Marvel's Strange Tales 110, July 1963, sold at auction for $61,000. This is small fries compared to the millions that Action Comic number 1, Superman's debut, sold for. But it's not bad in a universe full of beloved characters. Number 5. Doctor Strange has never been an Avenger. There are rumors circulating that Doctor Strange will be in a future Avengers film. It could happen, but longtime fans know that Doctor Strange has never been an Avenger. He did join the new Avengers team in 2008, but he was never part of the original team. On some occasions, Strange has fought alongside the Avengers, and he allied with them in Avengers vs. X-Men, but the Sorcerer Supreme usually works alone. In some ways, he is part of a team of elite minds, an Illuminati of sorts, including Professor Xavier, Mr. Fantastic, and Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. They tend to work behind the scenes and protect Earth and mankind from evil threats. Number 6. Strange was one of the original members of the Defenders. Although Doctor Strange was never part of the Avengers team, He was a founding member of the Defenders, a Marvel comic book team that launched in December of 1971. A collection of heroes that were outsiders and were not members of other super teams. The Defenders were a non-team, as Stan Lee put it, and assembled when needed. Founding members also included Namor the Submariner, Silver Surfer, and the Hulk. Number 7. Doctor Strange was originally named Mr. Strange.
You'll die protecting this world, Mr. Doctor. Mr. Doctor. It's strange. Maybe. Who am I to judge?
In interviews, Stan Lee explained that Doctor Strange was originally called Mr. Strange, but some at Marvel thought the name was too similar to the leader of the Fantastic Four, Mr. Fantastic. So the creators of the Sorcerer Supreme, Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, changed the name at the last minute to Doctor Strange. But another problem arose. In an issue of Amazing Spider-Man, there had already been a villain called Doctor Strange, the Doctor being abbreviated DR. So Lee and Ditko spelled out Doctor instead, so it would be different than the past villain. The fuss at Marvel about the character's name, Lee admits, drove him crazy.
Yeah, crazy stupefying.
Number 8. Doctor Strange was inspired by a 1930s radio program. Looking to bring something new to Marvel Comics, creators Stan Lee and Steve Ditko remembered a radio program from the 1930s called Chandu the Magician. Chandu fought against all the evil that threatened mankind using his extraordinary powers of teleportation, mesmerizing, astral projection, and the power to project illusions. Doctor Strange's abilities, powers, and the setting of his world, Lee and Ditko said, were based on Chandu the Magician. Number 9. His appearance and name are an homage to the late Vincent Price. Stan Lee has said he never tried to hide the parallels and similarities between the actor and the comic book character. It just became a part of Doctor Strange's identity. Vincent Price, the beloved actor in the horror movies of the 1950s and 60s, would many times portray sorcerers and wizards in those films. Dr. Stephen Strange's middle name is Vincent. Many comic book covers of Doctor Strange feature drawings of the Sorcerer Supreme with the face of Price. And even though the character is based on Chandu the Magician, Doctor Strange was intended as an homage to the late actor. Number 10. Since 1986, a film about Doctor Strange has been in development. If you think Marvel pushed out a Doctor Strange movie to ride the wave of success the other Marvel films are enjoying lately, you might be mistaken in some ways. In a 30-year period, a Doctor Strange movie project has been in the planning stages. Various scripts and directors have been considered for the project since it was first conceived in 1986. Most of the problems getting the film together seem to come from settling on a good script and the technical considerations for the special effects. The late Wes Craven was going to direct the film in 1992, then the writer of Batman Begins, David Goyer, was set to write and direct a Doctor Strange movie in 2001. In 2008, Guillermo del Toro was hired as a director, and finally in 2014, Scott Derrickson was selected to direct the November 2016 Doctor Strange movie. So that was 10 facts about Doctor Strange. Thanks for watching. Like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe.